What's happening? Give me 1 second. I'm getting the audio going. We got a good one today. I've got an after action report for the ages today. I got my special goggles on. Those of you who know already know. There is no explanation needed. All the same, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stealth streaming redefined. I gotta cut these off. What's up, guys? Marty here with the After Action Report, and I would leave my night vision goggles on, but it is daytime and it's awfully blinding. And you might be like, Marty, why on earth are you wearing Sam Fisher night vision goggles? Well, let's just say that's a little open loop that's coming your way because I ran into a little bit of a problem with Rainbow Six Siege. As I mentioned yesterday, for those of you paying attention, I found out again that my computer will not run the game Rainbow Six Siege and stream at the same time. And there's no other means in the foreseeable future that I can see sacrificing making that investment in a separate PC or a burner PC to really stream it. So while I re-downloaded Rainbow Six Siege whenever Operation Void Edge came out yesterday, and I said that I wanted to use it as an opportunity to connect with you guys more. I didn't want to play in a closet, at least not any more than I had to. So yesterday, for those of you who missed it, I did sort of an unusual after action report. For the time being, I'm live streaming to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously right now, and which I probably should have those things pulled up so I could interact with you. And whenever I switch over, like right now I'm streaming on OBS, I'm going to switch over to streaming on Streamlabs OBS so I can get the comments as they come in and be looking at it on the screen without having to go here, there, and everywhere to look at it. But these are all technical things that are going on right now. But what's up with the Splinter Cell goggles, rather? So, as I said, it's really hard to read your notes here. It's like your vision is awfully limited with these things on. All the same. Yesterday, I created a kickboxing workout I called Stealth Abs. And, one thing I've learned along the way whenever you're creating something, like whenever you create it for one person and you know who that one person is and you know what they really like and you know how to reach them, it's like you make it extra special. So I made a Stealth Abs workout. And I've been making this for my friend Jim Edwards, and I sent him the email this morning, and I said something to the effect of, this workout will make your abs sneak up on you like Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. And he replied back that he loves Splinter Cell. It was the best stealth franchise ever, which I totally agree. I grew up playing Splinter Cell, like it's just in the DNA, and I never really could get into like Metal Gear Solid or any other game that claimed to be like stealth action. And I remember seeing the original promotion of Splinter Cell. It was like stealth action redefined, and so this is like stream stealth redefined right here, if you know what I'm saying. But I was like, man, I really need to figure out how to do the stream thing because I really struggle to like just sit here in front of the computer and talk. Obviously, I can do it for a limited amount of time, but I was like, hey, if I was, the original thought was if I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, that would keep me at the computer long enough just to hang out. Not necessarily teach anything, just to hang out with you guys, just chat and live interact and see what's going on. Well, technical difficulties being what they were, I was kind of bummed out, and I was like, I'm gonna have to find something else. So I went and I checked, after having this conversation with Jim, and I saw that Xbox One is now backwards compatible. All of the Splinter Cell games are backwards compatible now. And I was like, that's where it starts. So I don't have it set up today. It's not happening today. This is a little preview. I hope you can hear that for those just listening. I love that sound. That sound has stayed with me forever. It's like if you know that sound, you know what it is. And if you don't yet, you will know soon. So that's what's coming for the stream itself. As far as other things that were going on today that you need to know about. This morning, I did my Facebook Live, as I always do. You can search for me on Marty White on Facebook. I have a personal profile and I have a business page profile. I'm still figuring out where the best places to stream this and that are. However, the big idea behind the Facebook Live this morning, and I got this from a Confucius quote. Confucius say, what did Confucius say? The superior man makes the difficulty to be overcome his first interest, and success only comes later. So basically, the big idea, my big takeaway, the way I would say that is human beings want challenges. Human beings want to be challenged. They want whatever task it is that they're doing to be winnable, but they also want it to be as hard as possible at the same time. And it is really a true paradox. And I think back to whenever I was recovering from knee surgery and I originally started streaming, and I originally had this idea of I was going to combine a stream with this new funnel thing, this ClickFunnels thing that I was learning about. I didn't realize how much right I was doing. I was getting on there. I was telling my stories about 100-pound weight loss and telling stories about the love of the game that I was playing, which was Rainbow Six Siege on the Xbox. And you might be like, Marty, why don't you just play Rainbow Six Siege on the Xbox One? Well, it's inferior. That's it. I mean, the PC version of Rainbow Six Siege has spoiled me so much. It's like I literally physically can't go back to playing Rainbow Six Siege on the Xbox. I call me spoiled, call me whatever. I just can't do it. But what I can do is play Splinter Cell. So Rainbow Six Siege is a no-go for now. And if it hadn't been such a challenge to get this thing up and running, I wouldn't have appreciated it. And it's a work in progress. It's going to take a complete rebuild of my stream. And it's no big deal because, Last Six Invitational, which is kind of like the Super Bowl of Rainbow Six Siege in a way. The developers came out and said, Rainbow Six Siege isn't going anywhere. It's going to be around for at least another 5 to 10 years. And I was like, all right, cool. I got time. So that is coming. That is coming on down the line as soon as it makes sense. But along the way, I'm going to be streaming Splinter Cell, and a few of my other favorite games as that happens and as that goes down. And it's not going to be very long. I'm just gonna say it right now. So my future forecast for this is I'm going to use Twitch for the actual game plan. I've been saying game plan a lot. Gameplay eventually. There's a thing like once you become a Twitch partner, and there's some like ins and outs of that. I still have to, like, I knew at one time, but I know they've changed, so I'm gonna have to refresh myself. But there's something between, like, it has to be like 24 hours between the Twitch stream before you can put it on YouTube, or else you break the partnership agreement, blah, blah, blah. It's not the most important thing in the world. I'll find a workaround around it, trust me. But I see Twitch possibly being the gameplay section of it, where people can come and hang out and talk to me while I chill out and just kind of be Marty for a little while. And the other part of it, the YouTube channel is obviously going to be the video version of the After Action Report. This part right now that I'm doing is also doubling as the podcast, which you can find right now if you go on Anchor or iTunes and search for Reawaken Your Competitive Spirit, the After Action Report. So if you're ever like, Marty, I can't catch your live streams, you can go and subscribe to the podcast, or you can come back and just watch it on YouTube after the fact. Whatever your preference is, I'm going to keep finding better and better ways to throw it out there. I'm working on putting my good friend Evan's Putman's plan into my podcast distribution side of it. Like it sounds complex, but it's actually fairly simple. The simplest thing is just turn on the camera, turn on the recorder, and talk. So on top of that, I had an outstanding meeting with Brent Parkhill today. We're collaborating on something that's going to be amazing whenever it comes out and drops. But in the meantime, if you are a former athlete who's in the game of entrepreneurship, or you want to be, I've already put together a life after sports survival toolkit. I told you I would say it right eventually. I told you I'd say it right, and I just did it. And this is like all the coolest things and tools that I found along my entrepreneurial journey that I've put in a membership area that you can have absolutely for free. I add to it every week. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. Go check it out. Go to gearedupinsider.com/toolkit. I just put an unconventional kettlebell workout. Well, it's not unconventional for a kettlebell workout, but it's unconventional training with kettlebells in Insider Secrets, which if the toolkit is obviously the tools, but Insider Secrets is how to use the tools. And it's how to know which tools to use, when to use them, and in what situations, etc., is the best way to put that. So you can find out all about that just by getting on the list, among other things. So we're going to continue to build this stream. Whenever you do get on the list, you'll get a nice, tidy email for me that gives you a quick rundown of everything that I've been up to, because I'm just finding better and better ways to bring content to you guys and have a whole lot of fun in the process. So with that, I'm out of here for today. At least on the recording. So remember, you are one upgrade away. And that's the recording part of the podcast. The podcast is pretty much done. How cool is that? Let me see if I have any comments right now. No big deal if I don't. This is all fairly new. As I said, I'm just finding better and better ways to do this thing as I go. There's some cool things that you can do. Ooh, I must have forgotten to save. There's some cool things that you can do. Okay. So I forgot to change the title. All the same, it's fine. No big deal. Gotta love live, right? That's why we do it. I'm putting my goggles back on so I can not see some more. This is incredibly hard. I wish you could see it from my come on. All right. I had to bail. All right. That's it for today. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you for coming and checking it out if you didn't catch the live stream. I will see you guys on video format Friday. And remember, you are one upgrade away.